Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Spyda the Don, and this is, of course, is the first official Fly at Night reviews episode. And today we are reviewing Lil Wayne Funeral, his 2020 initial album for the year. I'm excited. I really think when this album dropped, of course, everybody was excited. We just got Carter 5. We've been waiting for that for years and years and years, and it finally dropped. And now this is his first album post the Carter 5 saga that we've been dealing with consistently for such a long time. But let's get a quick little breakdown of what we got, and I'm going to give you my review, of course. So, Carter 5, Funeral is, of course, his first album since releasing 2019's The Carter 5. 24 songs, so it's a big swath of music. If you're not in tune or knowledgeable of how streaming works, he at least ain't doing Chris Brown with 50, 60 songs. I'm okay with it. It's honestly, as somebody who listens to music all the time, as a DJ, as an avid music lover, as somebody who just wants to continue to grow and love music, it's tough to sit down and listen to one full project that's 24 songs, especially when, as I'll later explain in this breakdown, it goes kind of all over the place. So we do know that the album is 24 songs, of course. And he's recently been out there doing a few interviews with Drink Champs and made more appearances on the Jimmy Fallon show to promote, of course, his album coming out, and which I have no problem with. He's talking candidly about all that he's went through, and I actually welcome him being back in the media eye, considering that we haven't heard from him. We don't hear from him very often, because he does stay kind of secluded from the music industry. So I'm celebrating this album personally as a reemergence of him, and I'm glad he came out to promote the album upon its release, and we now know he completely owns Young Money under his imprint. And so, as I, along with other Wayne fans, especially the hardcore ones especially, we'll be seeing saw this album as a return of him to the mainstream. So let's get into what we currently have right here for the pros. Just getting an album from Wayne, period. Especially after what we went through with him and Baby suing each other back and forth. No music, him doing the Free Wheezy tape and doing a whole bunch of things. Just trying to put music out there. We finally get a body of work, albeit a large body of work, but I'm happy. Second, he has a solid assistance with a whole bunch of features, big names on here. I'm going to list a few of them. Big Sean, we got Little Baby, we got J-Rock, Adam Levine, 2 Chainz, Takeoff, The Dream, and XXS Tentacion, of course, OT Genesis to round out all of it. But the problem I have with the album, of course, are the cons. I feel like this album, like I said, goes a lot of different places, but I don't feel like it's a consistent journey. In my mind, it seems a little disjointed, lack of focus. Certain beats sound dated. Certain song concepts sound, some phrases and bars sound a little dated. But it's Lil Wayne. You got to kind of let him do it, because especially he doesn't write anymore. So I want him to really hone that in next time as far as creating that lack of focus. And then maybe not 24 songs. This album, I really think could have been cut in half, and would have been just as successful if you released one part A, part B, like do the wake and then the funeral. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid to make those suggestions, Lil Wayne. You can hire me though, Young Money for life. Anyway, I just feel like the amount of songs was just, to sit down and listen, was just too much. I do love some of the songs, of course. Two of my favorite songs, but it's 2 songs on a 24 song album. See what I mean? It's kind of So, of course, I loved Harden and I loved Piano Trap. And of course, I actually did enjoy, the surprise for me was the feature with Little Twist. Come on, man. Wayne, where you been hiding Little Twist, dog? He's been signed since he's 16, I think. And we have yet to get a single, mixtape, EP, LP from Lil Twist. All we knew he was doing was running around with Justin Bieber. That's all I'm saying. So the fact that we saw Lil Twist out here and he's actually keeping up with Lil Wayne on it actually really did surprise me genuinely. And I really just feel that where you been hiding that man? Free Lil Twist. Come on. Anyway, last but not least, I want to give a quick little, my full opinion written out here, of course, is going to be that I just at this point expect more for Lil Wayne. Especially as an established artist, Lil Wayne, who has all the connections and people wanting to work with him every single day we see him in the industry. It's just that you see him just, everybody shouting out, oh, Lil Wayne's my favorite rapper. I love Lil Wayne. People sound like him. People are trying to be him. Young Thug, for example, always emulated Lil Wayne. I had a couple friends who rapped in high school. Always trying to look like Lil Wayne. Even wear it to the dreads. I had dreads too, but I wasn't a rapper though. But I had friends who wore their dreads tied to the back with a wife beater consistently as they were performing, trying to be like Lil Wayne. But he's seen as a legend. And when you see artists like him, like Jay-Z, still putting out solid projects, maybe smaller projects, but solid projects like 444, it's just, when you look at Funeral versus 444, or somebody like even Jim Jones's project or Cameron's project, you know what I'm saying? Even Big Boy puts out consistent good projects, solid projects. Eminem has started to returning back to form. So I just want the same thing for Lil Wayne. And it's kind of understandable because he claims not to want to be part of the day-to-day music industry or be involved with the rat race, I would say, for the industry. But I feel like without closing some of the distance that he has with what's going on in today's music industry, it kind of creates for a disattached feel. Like I said earlier, you hear some of the bars, they sound kind of dated. You see some of the references sound kind of dated. The beats aren't exactly what everybody's recording on today. And you can even hear it in some of his interviews where he claimed not to know there was 3 Migos when he first came out, not knowing who Kodak Black was when he's living in Miami at the time. So it's like, come on. But that being said, as a fan of him as an artist, especially being a fan since he's a kid, since as the 500 Degrees, being a fan since, of course, what, you know what I mean? Being a fan through his period of shredding the mixtape game, as I was being involved as a mixtape DJ. Sometimes as a mixtape DJ during that time, they hear all the droughts coming out. Don't release sometimes you might want to release your mixtape on the same day if you got a lot of Wayne on the mixtape back then. But if you didn't have a lot of Wayne on the mixtape, do not release your mixtape on the same day as Wayne, because first off, your mixtape might not get played, and second off, the site might crash. So it's what it was. And personally, as a fan, I'm excited to get more music. I'm excited that he now controls his destiny. And all this means for me, I think we're going to get a better Wayne. Even though these are just releasing some tracks, he's starting to get that stuff going, the energy flowing, he just started to become the machine. So I want him to continue to grow as an artist, because he's so responsible for what we hear today, and many people we have want to still look like him, still sound like him. So I just selfishly want to hear more. Even though this album was not my favorite, and I give this album, of course, a rating of a 2.5 out of 5. I just felt like the album didn't have cohesion, and it was just too much music, bro. But Wayne, I love you. Of course, Lil Wayne, Funeral, dropped 2020. Did you like this album? Rate it. Let me know what you got out of 5. Of course, drop that in the comments below. This, of course, is DJ Spyda the Don with Fly at Night Reviews. Let's go. If you didn't know, I'm part of Fly at Night Entertainment's podcast, Thursday Night School, with my co-host, DJ Trini D. Catch us anywhere you get your podcasts: Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcast, and more. You can even catch the recording of our live show on Facebook. Just search Thursday Night School. That's Thursday, Knite School, and you'll be able to find us. Jim Jones dropped the album El Capo. Everybody who I've heard listen to that album has said that's like a good Jim Jones, and they said it's comparable to Hustler's Poem.
I've never almost got up like Soulja Boy. Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
We falling. Shit.
Like, I didn't even know he was.
Disrespect.
Like, no. He's a legend. don't get me wrong. I like his music. 'Cause
Yeah.
I liked him way back when he was, you know what I'm saying, paired up with Cameron and Jewels. But I didn't expect him to come out with an album.
Especially
At all.
this long wait.
This far away, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like years.
Yeah.
All capitals.
But from what I've heard, Hustler's Poem was just considered his classic.
Okay.
So this might be his new classic. So I have to give it a listen. Of course, he teamed up with the Heatmakers, which is a legendary production team out of New York. So we'll see. There's not much really to go against because it's been a while, right? So
exactly.
so